let him just entertain. Thank you very much, by the way, for everybody for being here tonight. And braving the cold. The heat is on right now. See you later.
That mic was feedback. Down by the river, go so slow, go so slow, go so slow. I'm trying to forgive her, but I don't know, but I don't know, but I don't know. She was like finding calm inside a hurricane, like finding money in the road, like finding God before you go insane. You were alone. It's just like finding you. The last time that I saw you, you were gone away. You had nothing to say. You were gone away. The last time that I saw you was the middle of May. You were gone away. You had nothing to say. You were like finding calm inside a hurricane, like finding money in the road, like finding God before you go insane, like getting all you were ever owed. It's just like finding you. Big as a harvest moon, bright as a fairground balloon, sweet as a violin tune. The ring down on the table said you're gone too soon. You fly like a fairground balloon, you fade like a violin tune. You're like finding calm inside a hurricane, like finding money in the road, like finding God before you go insane, like getting all you were ever owed. Like finding calm inside a hurricane, like finding money in the road, like finding God before you go insane, like getting all you were ever owed. It was just like finding you. It was just like finding you. It was just like finding you. I'm getting a lot of overtone. I mean, is it only me? Yeah. What? Yeah. It's only me? Test, test, test. Yes, anyway, Bruce T Carroll here. I'm from Kent, Connecticut, from New York originally. We're happy to fill in for my good friend David Ray, who's probably the best unrecognized songwriter in the continent of the United States. What do you think, guys? Test, test. Anyway, he's down in Florida. He's convalescing. He will be back hopefully at some point soon. And he will be here, I'm sure, in the future. I'm still getting a lot of feedback. Feedback from the audience only. When you're down on your knees and you have flat on your back on the floor. When that sweet summer breeze from the valley won't roll and tumble past your door. Or when you think it over, when you've got some time to kill, the river may rise from where the riverbed lies, right up to the top of this hill. Shops in the village are boarded up. The streets are all empty downtown. On the table before you sits an empty cup, and uneasy on your head lies the crown. When I think it over, and I've got some time to kill, through good times and bad, all the good times we had at our house up on top of the hill. When I've got some time to kill on this long, long, long road, all the kindness you show at our house up on top of the hill. When the ruckus and romance of history settles like dust on the floor, and the scripts in the stagecraft and mystery, they don't hold such sway anymore. Throw the doors of this house open wide, let the laughter and light from inside illumine the path that has brought you and will lead you away. Sometimes I feel like Don Quixote, and sometimes I feel like Don Juan. Sometimes I feel like it's time to be going. Sometimes I feel like I'm already gone. But when I think it over, when I've got some time to kill, the river may rise from where the riverbed lies, right up to the top of this hill. Cause when I think it over, when I've got some time to kill, the river may rise, but my sweet baby still lies in my arms up on top of the hill. Yes, the river may rise, but my sweet baby still lies in my arms up on top of the hill. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. All right, I'll throw in a couple of love songs here. Anybody here ever been in love? Yeah. Once, twice, 3 times. How many times? Dave, in your life? What? Hey, I've been in love 3 times. If anyone's counting, anyone's keeping track. This is a song I wrote about love number 2 back in the day. It's funny how we remember all of our loves as we approach the end of our life. Midnight clear, cold, dark, and fine. You seemed glad to meet me, but the pleasure was mine. You had the clouds and your heart in some cause. speech in defense of love. If it was you, what you said was real. That's just the way that you feel. As the shadows swirl, you see that place. As the mirrors hurl their reflections in your face. As you suddenly turn, I was sure you could see all that I had ever learned didn't mean a thing to me. As the hour chimed and the moon shone above, someone made a ringing speech in defense of love. It was you. If what you said was real, that's just the way that you feel. I'm a broken heart and a broken vow. You fought your way back to where you are right now. As you gaze back down from your clear window view, can you find in the ruins of what you once thought was true? Can you find me in the crowd as I stand and wait for you? Can you find it in your heart to let your wounds heal? Can you now tell me how you feel? Sweep the arm, or you push it away. When you use a little charm just to get you through the day. I'ma wink you the eye to show that you know just how to get by and the quickest way to go. Between what you've already known, what you learned to expect, between your need for safety and your instinct to protect, there's a middle ground. Not alone and steel. That's just the way that you feel. That's just the way that you feel. Thank you. Thank you. I'll spare you the other two loves. Yeah, that's true. Alright, well, alright. Yeah, we're all struggling here. Anybody here not struggling with things that are going on, shall we say? I know there's some fellow travelers here tonight. We had some good conversations earlier. I guess we're all a little bit freaked out by things. So I'll share a song of hope, I guess. I wrote this back in 2017 in January. I thought I could retire the song, but apparently not. Because he's back. I have often felt alone, walked miles by myself, lived close to the bone. I have often felt betrayed by the people who've left me, by the lovers who strayed. So I mostly kept to myself. Though I always held close to the truth. The tiny sun has now come to an end. The bombs that will tell us can no longer bend. Take your hand firmly, jump into the fray. I know we're in a prayer that we'll find our way to a place where we can speak the truth. Cause I've got nothing up my sleeve. There's always been my home, and I will never leave. I have often felt afraid of the path that you took and the mess that you made. I afraid, this I do believe. This has always been my home, and I will never leave. For every lifeless body washes up upon your shore, for every helpless child and mother fleeing madman war, for every smug indifferent, for every smothered light, for every time we think that justice is someone else's fight. There's a place we'll find our peace, and this I do believe. This has always been my home, and I will never leave. Well, I admired men who spoke the truth, who stood up for others. They were the heroes of my youth. When did statesmen fade away? When did fools take the field? When did lies win the day? For we are the land of the free, we are the home of the brave. On ground we stole from native foe, in homes we built with slaves. There's a pile of broken nations built on tyranny and fear, and empty cowed ovations for the bloated profiteer. I know how things got this way, and I know you can't undo the past. There's a time to rise above it all. Our hope is fading fast. There's a place we'll find our peace, and this I do believe. This has always been my home, and I will never leave. There's a place we'll find our peace, and this I do believe. This has always been our home, and we will never leave. Thank you. Steve, is this thumping interfering with things sonically? No. Alright, this next song is first track on my latest CD, which is available, by the way, in the back if you'd like to purchase or pilfer it. Help yourself is what I'm trying to say. I wrote it while I was on a couple of southern ventures down in Georgia back in 2020. Working for the blue team, as it were. We had some success. Not sure where it all went, but we had some success. So we're trying to, recover and recapture that next time around. We shall see. Nobody owns this river. Nobody owns this sky. No one owns this valley. No one owns the by and by. knows how dark the night. No one knows how deep the valley. No one knows how hard the fight. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But everybody cares. The pain is feeling. Everybody cares if the stove won't light. Everybody cares if the fence is broken. Everybody cares if the dog won't fight. Everybody cares if the floor ain't level. Everybody cares if the car won't start. Everybody cares if the creek is rising. Everybody cares about your broken heart. Everybody cares. Everybody cares. But nobody knows. Well, mothers lost their children, and fathers lost their way. Brothers lost their fields, and workers lost their pay. Brothers lost their courage, and lovers lost their will. Fighters lost their spirit, and dreamers were dreaming still. Nobody knows how this happened. Nobody knows how we lost our way. Nobody knows why we grew silent. Nobody knows why we turned and walked away. But everybody cares. The fields are teeming. Everybody cares that the bins are full. Everybody cares that the grit is humming. Everybody cares about the bears and the bulls. Everybody cares what you bring to the table. Everybody cares what you leave behind. Everybody cares how you made your fortune. Everybody cares if you lose your mind. Everybody cares. Everybody cares. Everybody cares. Everybody cares. But nobody knows. Thank you. All right. She leans out on an open window and calls down to the street. Generations of murder schools mix their blood in the merciless heat. She was born with her eyes wide open and grew a sturdy tree. All around her chained to defiance, acceptance set her free. In a window framed by neon glare, above the street lamps glow. She looks for signs in the winter air, will tell her where to go. She was born with her eyes wide open and grew a giant heart. All around her struggle to keep their lives together. She never came apart. the ring on the finger of the gentle ballerina. There comes the quarry of the hunter with a bow. There comes the collar of the somewhat earnest detective. Before the cop on the beat lets him go. She was born with her eyes wide open in a world such as this. She wrote him a farewell letter. She sealed it with a kiss. Life in the balance, life on the line. Life in creation, life in decline. Life by accident, life by design. Life in the balance, life, life on the line. Life in the balance, life on the line. Life in creation, life in decline. Life by accident, life by design. Life by accident, life, oh, life on the line. There it goes. Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming out tonight in this unbelievably cold weather. Watch the ice getting on. Anyway, my name is Bruce T Carroll, so I'm on the internet anywhere. Anywhere. You can find me anywhere as long as you put the middle initial T in my name. Bruce T Carroll, because there's another Bruce Carroll out there who owns the internet for you. So you just spit in Bruce Carroll, you'll get Christian gospel stuff. Grammy winning, I might add. He's quite amazing. A couple of weeks ago, YouTube crossed our accounts, and I got like 4,000 new followers in like one day. Sadly, they fixed the mistake, so I'm back down to my 80 or so. Anyway, this is for everyone whoever fell in love when they shouldn't. I took you in my arms one day. You took me back to school, where true and trusting hearts went astray. You didn't take me for a fool. A gentle breeze uncovered you. Your words hung in the air. There was really nothing we could do about this love we felt but could not declare. I thought that we were blessed that day. I thought our love was true, but I could hold my ground in spite of all they'd say. Put my faith and my trust in you. The troubled wind blew through the town, drove everything inside. You chose to draw your shutters down, and I knocked the key untied. If I could know now what I knew then, if I could just go back again, turn back the clock, replay the game. If I could rewrite this whole story and fill it with sacrifice and glory, would the end still be the same? Every night a memory left out in plain view. Therefore all that I used to see, the sight and the sound of you. The offer was a low reward, terrible the deed. Only those would judge us sure, who never felt the need. If I could know now what I knew then, if I could just go back again, turn back the clock, replay the game. If I could rewrite this whole story, if I could know now what I knew then, if I could just go back again, turn back the clock, replay the game. If I could rewrite this whole story, fill it with sacrifice and glory, would the end still be the same? So, maybe you can answer this. What happens when you get older? What happens to your voice? Things that just come up from your chest. It's not a factor of age? Is that yeah. Voice just seizes up. Okay.
It's working.
Okay. All right, we'll do this. A couple more here, right? Come. Well, that song that I did earlier, that song about my second love. Here's a song I wrote about 3 or 4 years after I fell in love with that woman. It's a breakup song, sorry. He knew at a table for two, discussing how and why. The terms were changed and the deal fell through before the ink was dry. It was late in the day and all that you wanted was your freedom back. There was hope in the way you said that all that he wanted was your love intact. Was a shakedown. What is it you have to lose? Was a shakedown. Heartbreak isn't new. That's why string schoolboys play cops and robbers game. Desperation lovers look elsewhere. It's just not the same. And the two of you don't wanna make it through. You're gonna do what's right. You don't know if you should let her go without a fight. It was a shakedown. Love too often ends up that way. It was a shakedown, and you just walked away. The same thing once happened to me. Fred said that the pain would last long. They said that in time I would see. They were wrong. to lose. Was a shakedown, heartbreak isn't new. Standing with nothing to show. You ask what I think you should do. Just let it go. All right, I guess I got a couple more here. Tune privately, wherever possible. Oops. Do this one. I wrote this also back in 2017 when I was particularly despondent. Certain things. I'm not just killing time. I'm not just chasing after rainbows. When I speak my mind, it's not whatever way the wind blows. We walk through growing shadows. We walk through shattered glass. We live in troubled times. We hope this too shall pass. From the ebb of ancient history to the arc of measured time. From the lost and the immortal, from what's yours and what is mine, the cries of guileless children, the crush of evil men, our hopes get swept away, and we build them up again. Why don't you turn, why don't you look, why don't you lift your head up, why don't you cry out, why don't you scream? Why don't you run down your arm and keep our children safe from harm? This is our promise, and this is our dream. Have not smiled often, and the years have not been kind. Though some have gained great fortune, there are so many left behind. Though great work be discarded, great love held in disregard, we hold these truths in our heart, and we'll defend them twice as hard. Now we're locked in another battle, like the ones we fought before. Now I'm asking for your help tonight, and I'm standing at your door. Come out, raise your voice. Come out and raise the human cry. We'll fight this man together, and we'll be standing side by side. Why don't you turn, why don't you look, why don't you lift your head up? Why don't you cry out? Why don't you scream? Why don't you run down the alarm and keep our children safe from harm? This is our promise, this is our dream. Why don't you turn? Why don't you look? Why don't you lift your head up? Why don't you cry out? Why don't you scream? We can't turn back, we can't fall down. This is the point of no return. This is our future, this is our dream. I guess I'll finish up now. I've got one more song here for you. It seems to be the song I close every set with these days. Also a little bit topical, you might say, although it was written 7-8 years ago. Anyway, you can also, if you care to, so I can pick up a CD on the way out. You can get on my mailing list, it'd be nice. Thank you to John for having me here tonight. And thank you to Steve on sound. Great job, Steve. Thank you to all the open micers here today. Very high level of competence here at the open mic, I must say. Some great stuff. He starts to build, the sun starts to rise. As the children awake and go to sleep from their eyes. As the tanks start to roll, the bombs start to fall. Life as they know it is over. In the deserts and jungles, the valleys and the plains. And the towns and the cities too many to name. People forced from their homes with nowhere to run. Life as they know it is over. You can plunder the earth like a child in a star. Turn reason aside and rush headlong to war. Turn a deaf ear to truth and heed false alarms. You can go south and go along for the ride. See what happens when two worlds collide. It's not Christian or Jewish or Muslim Islam. It's not how it is now versus how it was then. It's just the fear and the sorrow you see in the face. Other people who had to leave their homes in this place. This is not a land that was given by God. I can't take them by force or awake or not. It's just the ground that was earned by toil and trust. And that same ground runs beneath all of us. Sometimes we're asked to do more than we can. Sometimes we're lost and we can't see the plan. Sometimes we're hurt and we sail troubled seas. Sometimes we live on our knees. And in the end we're all refugees. Sometimes we're asked to be more than we are. Sometimes we're asked to stay close and see far. Sometimes we're asked to dig deep and do right. Sometimes we can't run and hide. See what happens when two worlds collide. Aside, rush headlong to war. Turn a deaf ear to truth and heed false alarms. Turn a cold heart to the child in her arms. For those fleeing for a tyrant's command, those looking for justice or truth in this land, for those living in darkness where the sun times shone. You don't struggle alone. Sometimes we are asked to do more than we can. Sometimes we're lost and we can't see the plan. Sometimes we're hurt and we sail troubled seas. But God help the poor refugees. Cause if you come with your child star, turn reason aside and rush head on to war. Turn a deaf ear to truth and heed false alarms. You can go silent, go along for the ride. See what happens when two worlds collide. Thank you. Peace, folks. Peace. Peace.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Are we,
I'm going to play this one.
yeah, go ahead.